Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than a speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, play. What you gonna do with that? Stop playing with it, play. Nah. If you gonna do it, then don't play with it, play. Exactly. Yeah. You ain't built like that.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the first play of the game. 59 yards for him on the ground.
At the 26-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Back to Taylor on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
He's brought down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Rodgers on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
A first down throw for Brissett. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
His pass.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Adrian Amos on the tackle.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 2nd and 5 now. Brissett. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for T.Y. Hilton. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
That's the end of
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Well, no gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And here's Rodgers on the return. He almost outkicked the coverage. A 57-yard punt, 15 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Brissett. And Pascal's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's good.
16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll run run on first down. Taylor. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
Right at the line of
and he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Brissett now on second down. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
We'll always talk about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Adrian Amos with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. With that last pass, he just went ahead of Warren Moon on the all-time NFL career passing yards list.
And that's Hall of Famer Warren Moon. A significant accomplishment to be able to pass that number. Somewhere Warren is saying, but what if they added my Canada yardage? Right? My time in the Canadian Football League, that's 21,000 more yards that could be added to Warren's total.
In the NFL, he had 49,325, and now you're looking at a man that is very close to 50,000. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, Packers.
That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard.
Rodgers.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll only get this to the 2-yard line, a near catastrophe. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On the pickup.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
At the 34-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Rodgers to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. He can run for it, and he will. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby.
A 28-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On third down, it's Taylor. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
At the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Brissett to throw on first. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. 4 yards.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here's Brissett. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
48 yards.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Good pickup there by Marlon Mack, and he was a 1,000-yard runner in 2019, and has been very consistent in moving the ball for the Colts. Last 2 seasons, at least 8 touchdowns rushing each year.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Brissett. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
That's the end.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. From the red zone now, Brissett. And this is caught at the 8. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. This is caught, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Colts have taken the lead. And he had time there. I mean, you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said, you don't have much time in the pocket. He can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A big mistake there. You just got the lead 4th quarter, and now they start at the 40. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Justin Houston able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
A bullet throw, but incomplete. The 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Clark in on the stop.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On 3rd down, it's Taylor, and he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. But we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Taylor. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Taylor, the ball.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Brissett. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On play action, Brissett. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Christian Kirksey. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. He's got his tight end, Burton. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor.
Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
The tackle made by
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
A 3-yard
Partner, I
loss
know my
on the
grade school
play.
teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Incomplete. It's now
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Packers 10.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Colts, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Packers, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.